All right, Kimberly, thanks so much. And we're on the subject of money, money, money. State lawmakers are still itching for a pay raise. They're in a waiting game right now. And yesterday, State Senate Majority Leader Dean Skelos said he would support a proposal to hike legislative salaries because lawmakers were due for a raise after getting their last one in 1999. Skelos did say, though, that there was no discussion about it happening with the governor right now. When it comes to making a pay raise reality, Andrew Cuomo is the man with all the cards. And here to explain why and the latest take on whether it's going to happen, our political analyst, New York Post state political columnist Fred Dicker, joining us from Albany as usual. And Fred, we talked a little bit about this. I don't know, it was last week. I guess it was last week. Is there any closer to happening, or are there more people calling for it? What's happening now?
Well, a few hours ago, Speaker Silver in the Assembly said he's open to it. He's willing to do some reforms on how per diems are paid out to the legislators, and that's been a source of some corruption around. But the governor has been conspicuously silent, and notwithstanding the claims, Liz, from Dean Skelos and others that there aren't really talks going on. There are talks going on, I'm told. This is something that the legislators, most of them, really want. You can't blame them after 15 years. But the governor really holds most of the cards. He would have to approve it, sign it. They certainly would not override his veto. They wouldn't have a vote to do that. So they have to make a deal, and it's unclear what the governor would want. Years ago, quite correctly, he pointed out that state commissioners haven't had a raise in 15 years either, and it's very tough to recruit high-level talent, he argued, yet he never proposed an increase for them. So if they do it for the lawmakers, the governor certainly would be interested in trading it for increases for commissioners, but he could get other things as well. That's what we're waiting to find out. Does the governor have an agenda that he'll use this as something as for leverage for by giving the lawmakers so much of what they want, that is a pay raise? And
do you think this new configuration in the legislature could be slowing down his decision process on what he wants or what he's able to get?
Now, I think the legislature is pretty hungry for this pay raise.
Yeah.
I don't know that the governor really has enough that he wants that he thinks will give him political cover for going ahead with the lawmakers. The governor is very nervous about dropping in the polls. He's very sensitive to that, as we've seen over the years. So I think he probably is working on an agenda to try to persuade the lawmakers to make some meaningful reforms that will give the governor cover for going ahead with a pay raise.
An interesting point. Okay, thank you, Fred. Keep on it for us. I know you will. And we'll talk again soon. Fred will also be talking tomorrow on the radio. He's got a radio program live from the state capitol weekday mornings, 10 to 11, Talk 1300 AM.